The Filming Daniel.
Hey guys, it's Daniel here, and happy Valentine's Day, the day of romance. But since it is Valentine's Day, I thought, why not review a romantic movie for this specific day? And I thought, well, since I bought the Blu-ray to it, even though I never saw it before, I thought now would be the perfect time to review the 2014 romantic drama film based on John Green's book of the same name, The Fault in Our Stars. So The Fault in Our Stars tells the story of Hazel, a 16-year-old girl who is also a cancer patient who was sent off by her parents to go attend a support group. While there, she meets another support group member / patient named Augustus, and the two of them start developing romantic feelings for each other as they discuss what life is like, as well as trying to find a nice resolution between their two personalities. Now, I'll admit that I have not read the original book that this movie is based on. Does that affect my opinions on the movie? Well, not really, because a film is a film and the book is a book and this is a film review, so you really shouldn't, have to read the book in order to enjoy this movie. So the question is, did I question anything about this movie if I haven't read the book? Well, no! Because this movie does a good job explaining things on its own, so you don't have to read the book in order to enjoy this movie. Yay! And I have to say, this has got to be one of the most beautiful romantic movies I have ever seen, and I loved it. So I'm really glad I got it on Blu-ray. In my opinion, the best thing about this film, hands down, that really carried it for me, are its two central characters and their relationships. Those characters being Hazel and Augustus, played brilliantly by Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort. Hazel is really a fantastic protagonist. This is really kind of her story the most. On top of Augustus being a part of the main story because he's like the other main character, this actually really is Hazel's story because she's the one narrating the project. She's the one who has the center problem out of everybody in the movie, and she definitely carries the movie throughout the entire thing, along with Augustus, because you feel sorry for her. You want her to prove that she can have a bigger life despite her limitations, because she's having to carry around an oxygen tank as well as having those tubes up in her nose because of her cancer. But you really do want to see her point of view, and you do feel sorry for what she's going through. She has an amazing backstory. Her relationship with Augustus is beautiful, and Shailene Woodley gave one of the best performances I've ever seen in a romance movie. And then we have Augustus, played by Ansel Elgort, from Baby Driver, which I have not seen, and West Side Story, which I have seen, review on channel, go see it now. He's just as great as Hazel. He's very charismatic, but at the same time, deep down, he's a human being with his own limitations. You can see why he went to go join the support group, and you're glad that he did, because if he didn't, then there might have been a chance he wouldn't have met Hazel. And that's what brings those two together, and their relationship brings the movie together. It's really, really adorable, really sad at times that you see the limitations that they have, but at the same time, their limitations, if they come together, they have a strong force against their limitations. When they realise not everything is as good as it seems, especially in the second half of the movie, they still support each other no matter what, and the way that their relationship ends, without spoiling anything. Honestly, it almost made me cry. So, well done, movie. Well done. And considering how I just said that there are moments between their relationship that almost made me cry, another big praise that this movie has are the emotional moments. This movie will make you feel sad. I mean, the way that they give detail to the limitations of having a disease or a sickness or cancer on you, and just the way that these characters handle it, it's going to make you feel emotional. Especially the last third of this movie, which I really love the last third. It really makes you feel depressed about everything that the movie has been building up towards. I mean, the first 2 acts had emotional moments too, but the third act just gives all the way into the darkness of the emotional state that the movie goes to. Along with having emotional moments, the movie also has very unexpected moments that you honestly didn't see. One big one, without giving away too much, there's a writer that Hazel admires, and one of her goals is to go with Augustus to go see this writer, and this writer is not who she thought he was. And not only did I find it shocking because it was like, oh, is he going to turn out to be who I think he is? But no, it's something completely different. But the actor who plays him, I did not see coming. Because the actor I thought could play him would be a bit more like humble, but the one that they go with, I did not see coming. I won't give away who the actor is, but I gotta say, that was really shocking. Like, oh my god, this person's in this movie? I didn't expect that. Another big praise that I have to give this movie is its message. Its message is just so deep and depressing for some people with a sickness like Deadline. Or just in general, even if you don't have a weakness, you still realise that life doesn't live forever. So get out there and make everything happen that you want to happen, because you might not know when you'll get another chance. That's really deep down. Like, I definitely like to see more messages in other movies. And the last praise that I have to give this movie, that I have to add along with the emotional subtext of this movie, the music. The songs that they use for this movie are just as deep and emotional. One of them, I forgot what it was called, but I've been listening to it before, so I'll put its name right here, but that song, along with other ones, just add emotional subtext to the movie. So yeah, you might think I love this movie. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, it's just an epic masterpiece. Well, actually, as much as I absolutely adore this movie, I'll admit that it does have just one problem. And it's just the only problem I had with the movie. But it does have a little, noticeable elements. And that's the fact that it does try to be a few different stories at once. I mean, at one point it's about them trying to get to somewhere, but not as they realise, oh no, I'll never be able to get there. And then the other parts, they actually do get to that place, but they realise it's not as good as it seems. And then the third act, while I love it, does feel like a totally different kind of movie, but also, in a way, I feel like maybe that's what they're going for, because it's a slice of life kind of movie. And I do realise that there are movies that have done this kind of thing, so I can't get too mad at it, but there are moments where I think, okay, I mean, there's one part where they are getting ready to go somewhere, but the doctors are saying, oh, you can't go there because of your cancer, and so they do kind of mope around for a bit, but that's like in the first third of the movie, and I feel like there's one scene where I feel like, well, doesn't that really seem something that could be saved for like the end of the second act or something? But again, can't really give too much problems, but it did kind of notice it. But despite that one little nitpick kind of problem, this movie is one of the greatest romance films I've ever seen. It has heartbreaking moments, a deep message, its lead characters of Hazel and Augustus are great, Ansel, Elgort and Shailene and Woodley are wonderful, the music's great, the last third is deep, and I just adore it, and I would see it again. It definitely seems like something you could watch on Valentine's Day for a romance drama. And I'm close to giving it a 5, but because I did notice a little something, I will give it a 4 3/4 of a star out of 5. It's nearly perfect. And if you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. It's incredible. But anyway, what do you think of this movie? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And what's your favourite romance novel turned into a movie? Let me know in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed Valentine's Day. This movie definitely struck a chord with me on this specific day, and I'm Daniel reviewing movies, TV shows, doing videos, having a little relationship with this movie. Till then, peace out, man.